Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first we reveal our dad joke of the day. What do you call it when Batman skips church? Christian Bale. All right, and I'd like to thank the following members who started a new month. JP Sinclair, new month as enthusiast here. Daniel Sarr and Nate Carlock. Thank you for your support. And I'm doing, after feedback, a slight adjustment to how the wheels are going to work. So, and I'll also announce this in the Wordle video. But what we're going to do is when you re-up for a new month, you'll always get another set of words added to the wheel. So if you're tier 1, you get one more set of words. Tier 2, you get 2. Tier 3, you get 5. And but then if once that entry gets picked, it's basically increasing the chance of that entry getting picked. Once that entry gets picked, it'll get completely removed. So if you had been duplicated 3 times for that particular entry, then all 3 of those will get removed. So if you're a super supporter and you have 5 on the wheel, then the particular entry that's associated with one of those 5 that got duplicated twice. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. Anyway, all of them will be removed. The whole point of removing from the wheel is so that we don't get a repeat in that month, unless you've decided to add the word in a repeated way. Like if you're enthusiast here and you added the same word twice, then that can get picked twice in the month. I know it's a little bit complicated, but what I'm trying to do is come up with a way that I can more easily track myself without a whole lot of bookkeeping. So the idea is whenever you sign up for a new month, your entry is either going to get re-added if it was completely removed, and if you weren't picked that month, it's going to get duplicated. And then once you get picked, it gets wiped and you start over with that entry. And each entry individually is tracked that way. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. We are going to start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got kayak, pilot, plane, shell, even, madam, truth, civic, level, fluke, odyssey, dugout, label, raft, flat, and accord. I mean, accord and odyssey are car models. I don't even think are they the same? Oh, and civic. Are these all Honda? I think these are all Honda. Honda Odyssey. What's our 4th Honda? I may not know the 4th Honda. Or it could be a red herring. Let's hold off on that then. Kayak and madam are commonly cited palindromes. Level is also a palindrome. Just read the same forwards and backwards. Civic is a palindrome. So I'm thinking Civic, Odyssey, and Accord are getting split up. I am wearing purple today. I'm going to try to get purple first. I'm still, like you can tell from my voice, I'm still feeling absolutely horrible. I don't know if palindromes is a purple or not. It could even be yellow. So let's see what the other categories end up being. We could look at Accord then. I'm not sure. Like the definition of accord that I'm thinking of is like we make an accord, make an agreement, contract. Is there some other definition of it? Okay, let's look at Odyssey then. Like the Odyssey, like the epic poem. Odyssey. Honestly, not sure. Let's look at other things. Pilot. Pilot can be like someone who drives a plane, someone who flies a plane. Pilot can also be the first episode, like the trial. The pilot can be a trial in general. I don't know. Plane, like an airplane, or it could be just like a flat geometric object. I'm not sure. Shell might be too, but Shell is a gas station brand. I'm not really seeing things here, even. Divisible by 2. Equal. Truth. Justice in the American way. Truth. Like I'm not seeing relationships here. It's weird. I'm clearly missing something. Fluke. It was a fluke. It was a mistake. Fluke. Huh. Odyssey we looked at. Dugout. Like in the dugout is where the players sit in baseball, right? What's that have to do with anything? Dugout. Label. I mean, they clearly want you to put raft and kayak together, but I wonder if this is the rainbow herring instead of the car models. Like, we're supposed to put raft and kayak together? See, this is the difference between circling and locking in. If I locked this in and it was wrong, I'd have a mistake. But I would also know it was wrong. Let's see. Raft. Flat. Flat, and planes are flat. I mean, the geometric object, not airplane. I don't really see that being it. Flat. Flat and even, maybe? Maybe plane could mean that, just like on the level. Oh, so maybe that's level. Maybe we are splitting up the are we splitting up the palindromes? Is that the rainbow herring? These are synonyms, so I'm gonna make it yellow for now, and I'll just keep the rainbow herring circled in red so remember what that is. I think that's the rainbow herring. I think we actually have Civic, Odyssey, and Accord, and I just don't know what the fourth car model is. That sounds blue to me. It's trivia. I really don't know what the fourth Honda is. Maybe it's Pilot. Honda Pilot sounds familiar for some reason. Probably because it is. Okay, so then what's Madam going with? Okay, so Adam is a biblical name, and we've added an M to the front. Luke is a biblical name. We've added an F to the front. Abel and Ugout. No. Ruth. These are all biblical names with a letter added. That's almost certainly purple. And then that leaves what I think is green, which is kayak, raft, dugout, and shell. Okay, shell can be referring to a shell can definitely be referring to a boat of some kind. I have not heard of dugout as a boat, but I'm gonna have to believe it. So I don't think there's a Honda dugout. So we're gonna go for the biblical name plus of starting letter as our purple. And then we're gonna go for the Accord, Odyssey, Civic, and Pilot as our Hondas as blue. Okay, let's just clear this out. And then green is going to be the types of boats: dugout, kayak, shell, and raft. Small craft. Human powered watercraft. Okay. Oh, that was yellow. Okay. And then, so the synonyms weren't yellow. Flush. It's getting increasingly hard to get the reverse rainbow when they stop being so, like, they were so consistent for so long about, like, if it's synonyms it's gonna be yellow before anything else, but they stopped doing that. Now I don't understand how we're supposed to get reverse rainbows without getting lucky. But yeah, it really felt like these colors got swapped. I don't really understand. Let's see. What part of speech is this? It's even. It's flush. Is it an adjective? So maybe because these aren't nouns. Like, usually yellow is going to be nouns that are synonyms as opposed to like adjectives or verbs that are synonyms tend to get pushed to green. But that's usually when yellow itself is a set of synonyms. I don't know. All right. Anyway, that's my rant about colors. I think I did well today. I avoided the rainbow herring and then used it to my advantage, which was nice. Figured out purple, which was nice, and learned that dugout is a kind of watercraft. Okay. Difficulty. I don't know. Wasn't that hard, right? I think it's going to be your typical 2.3. I think that we have a 75% solve rate. What is going on? We have rubber banded a bunch of planes together. Okay. They give it 2.7. All right. This aligns with my theory that they have a divisible by 3 number of setters. It's not setters, testers. So like 2/3 of them pick to 3 and 1/3 of them pick to 2. And so it averages to 2.6 repeating. Actually, let's just 2.7. All right. 76%. That's very close to my 75% prediction. Okay. 1 in 217 for my order. I wonder if rainbow's more common. Purple first of winning games. Purple first is only 4%. We've got green, blue, and yellow. Somewhat even. Yellow a little bit less likely. Second, about the same actually. Interestingly, green wins both first and second. How's that work? And then ever. It's like a gradient almost. Most people are getting green. We got a bit less for yellow, a bit less for blue, a bit less for purple. All right. So losing game, 6% got only green, but 9% got green and yellow. 4% got nothing, 2% got green and blue. So some people know their Hondas, others don't. I will say that the Honda models are probably somewhat regional. I know that car models tend to be regional. I don't know if that's true of these specific Honda models or not. All right. So yes, the palindromes was our rainbow herring. 18% of people found that, interestingly. Marine words. Kayak shell, fluke. Fluke is a kind of, isn't fluke a fish? Forgot to mention that earlier. Truth, the Honda Truth. Is that an actual Honda or are people guessing? Truth and label. It's still thinking Honda models, but I don't think that's what happened here. I think people are trying to pick apart blue and purple. Plane as a small watercraft. Interesting. Yeah, not knowing. Yeah, it's the one I didn't know either. Is here and here. Trying to figure out what the fourth watercraft is. All right. People are getting green first, blue first, then the rainbow herring, then yellow. Then purple first was only 2% without any mistakes first. Okay, cool. Wow. How'd you do? Hello, let's do the easy and medium pips for Wednesday, December 17th. How many sixes do we have? We have a 6-1, a 6-5, and a 6-6. Well, the 5 and 6. Well, the 6-6 doesn't go into the 5. The 5 could technically. Oh, no, sorry. It's, yeah, 6-1, 6-5. 5 could technically go in here if we use a blank. We have a blank. Then this 6 throws its thing out. What do we have that's equal besides the 6s? 1s? So the 1s are reserved up here, which means the 6-5 is forced here, and then the 6-6 is forced here. And then the 6 less than 4. So the 6-1 goes here, and 1, no, less than 4. I need the blank blank maybe here. Blank blank goes up. I don't have a less than 4 to go with the 1s. So it feels like I got to put the blank there, but this doesn't work at all. Huh. So does the blank blank go into, maybe I don't need the 1-6 there. Maybe the blank blank goes in here. And then this is the 6-1, and then this is 4-1, and then this is thrown out. Okay. That was a little tricky for an easy. I suppose I should have realized on an easy, we probably are putting a double in there, but who knows. All right, let's do the medium. We need 2 6s in here. We have a 6-6 that we could just throw in there. We could also just put the 2 and the blank down. So this would be a 4, 4-5. And then the 6-6 could go like this. Oh, I'm out of 6s. I don't have 3 of anything left. So what is actually happening here? What am I putting 3 of? I have 3 6s. I have 4 6s actually. I have 3 blanks. So would we do like blank 2? I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing that means the 6 6 does this. And then we have blank 5 and blank 6. So I could do the blank 6 here with a 6 2 here. A 6 and 3 being 2 2 2. Very, very commonly done. This works. Okay. Alrighty. So it did end up being the 6 6 in here again. I try to avoid doing that because it's usually wrong, but today it was right twice in a row. All right, well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the hard pips for Wednesday, December 17th. Let's play. Ooh, okay, so we have a blank blank and we have a blank 3. Blank 3 can't go into a 10, so we have to put the blank blank here. That's just thrown out. Now 10 is 5 5 or 4 6. Do we have a 4? We have a 4. Do we have any doubles other than the blank blank? We have a 1 1. So I think we're going to be putting a double 1 1 somewhere in this equal, or maybe no, in this equal actually, right here. That's forced. Look at the geometry from here and then down. So this is going to be a bunch of 1s. So 1 5 would go up here, and then 1 3 probably goes here. Oh, we don't have enough 1s to put. I assumed we'd have enough 1s because, okay, we have double 2s. All right. I didn't realize we also had double 2s. Okay. I should have looked harder. We should have a 2 5 then. We do. And then a 2 3 or lower. We have a 2 3. And then there's only 1 2. Oh, we have a 2 5 4 and a 2 6. So we'll fill that last. This 4 actually uses up our 4. So this is 2 6. Now we just need something there. So I think 4 2 is probably doing something like this, and then the 1 1's here. A little bit of a guess, but we could do 1 5 here, and then I need a bunch of 3s here. Yeah, we have 5 3. We have a 1 3. This is working. We have a 3 blank, and then this is 5 6 5. Okay, cool. That actually that worked out. Yeah, I think this was the only way that was going to work. This 0 0 was forced, and then the 2 2 had to be there. The 1 1 didn't work because we didn't have enough 1s. And then the 4 was used up by this guy that told us that this was 2 6. That was pretty nice. All right, well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the mini crossword for Wednesday, December 17th. Let's play. Nod off. You're sleeping. I don't know. Naval submarine in World War II. U-boat. Tricky things to do on a busy highway. Eat text. I don't know. Merge. Thing to do. Maybe it is merge. Heat resistant glassware for cooking. Not sure what they want there. Put into groups. Sort. Break up with. Dump. Falls in line, so to speak. Abets? No. Huh. Legendary vigilante who cuts a Z with his sword. Zorro. Rarin to go. Eager. Common reminder for an upcoming appointment. A text. Oh, it's Pyrex. Nod off is doze. And then this is Pyrex. All right. Obeys. Falls in line, so to speak. Obeys. I think that was the only one I missed. And then Pyrex. Nice. Merge was correct. How'd you do? Let's do strands. Today's theme is out of line. Out of line. I don't quite know what we're looking for here. Pole. Pulled. Rock. Toilet. Why is toilet here? Out of line. What are we looking for? Wreck. Saw. I mean, this CK or this CK feels like a thing, but how does that work when you could go either way? So maybe not. unless this K is also used or this K is also used in the word. Sold. Foist? No. What's this have to do with out of line? Double F. What are we doing with double F? Snafu? I may have to start with a hint today again. Let's just grab a hint. Askew? So like unbalanced? Crooked? Okay. Crooked, askew, lopsided. Yeah, now that I know what the theme is, a little off. Nice. It's our spanogram. I was just looking at what the outline was, but the outline was our spanogram, so that was convenient. A slant. Oh, maybe it's a slant. Okay. 2 more words left. Line? I feel like line's going to be part of a word. I don't know. Vine? Even? Uneven. Should just trace the outline. And then tilted. Okay, just all synonyms for it's a little off. All right, cool. Well, how'd you do? Hello. Today's bonus game is word salad. It's they're up to no good. So we need to find words hidden in this grid, all related to they're up to no good. And these clues at the bottom are the length of the words as well as alphabetical order, which can be helpful. So we have a 3-6 2-word phrase for that. Interesting. Let's see if I can what I can find here. They're up to no good. We got long words, which is always harder. Like convicts, criminals. Pest. Problem is nothing's 4 letters long. Ooh, I'm looking for anything here. Bandit. Okay, so that was the first one. Cobra is here, but that's not going to be it because it's only 5 letters. Cobra Kai. Gripe. Yeah, so bandit. Thief or con man. Con. Maybe it's con something. That's the 2-word phrase. I'm not seeing it though. Cat burglar. Step. Ooh, these are hard to find today. ING maybe? Sing, sting. 8-letter word. Huh. I feel like something's going to start with ST, but I'm not seeing it. G. We have 2 G's. We have the option for ING. Is there a hint system in this game? I'm not seeing a hint system. Maybe there. I think maybe if I click on a word. Oh yeah, it tells you the starting letter if you click on the word. Okay, so we do have something starting with B still, but alphabetically, It can't be B-A-N. It could be B-A-R, or we could go B-O. What would go B-O? Like a Bogart or something. I don't know. Bar pet. What's the length? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters. It's not bandits. Yeah, I already got bandit. Maybe BR. BR what? Brand. Brit. Bra. I don't know. Let's reveal the first letter of this one. Oh. Apparently you only get one hint unless you pay. Okay. I have no idea then. Today's a hard one, because they're all very long. Cobra. Like a confidence person, a con man. What would that be? A grifter. There's no F. All right. I don't know what to do here. I can't find any more words. Step. Too hard today. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a thesaurus. And we're going to look at synonyms of bandit. Criminal, gangster, hooligan, mobster, outlaw. If any of those. Criminal, gangster. We have gangster. There we go. Okay. So that G is gone. Brigand. That's probably what I was trying to think of. Brigand. Thesaurus helped. All right. What else can we do from here? So something between B and G. Con artist. I knew it was con something. And what's this last one? After G. Almost all of these are after G. Pirate. Okay. Thesaurus helped for sure. Alrighty. Well, yeah, it was just tough for me to think of synonyms to that. And I was trying to think of that word, the brigand, and it just wasn't coming to me. All right, cool. Well, how'd you do? And let's spin the bonus game wheel, see what game we're going to play tomorrow. All right, it is Cat in a Hat's suggestion of Clues by Sam. It's kind of a logic game where you have to determine who the criminals are. Cool. And there's always a link in the description. And that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. There is a link at the end of the video that'll take you right to Wordle. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.